Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we're in New York, and we're in Bhava Bhakti's favorite place, which is sitting in the middle of the sun. Not in the middle of the sun, but in the heat of the sun.
Might as well be on the sun planet.
She's already got, what is it called?
Heat rage.
Heat rage.
No, I do. What's this? Someone wants to join our hotspot. Who was that?
I don't know if that cut off in the middle of that. Anyway, it don't matter.
Some stranger tried to join my phone's
go away.
hotspot. Isn't that weird?
That was me. It wasn't a stranger.
Oh, okay. I take that back. Oh no, he is a stranger. It's a strange man.
I'm a strange man, yes.
Alright, Canto 4, Chapter 19, Text 8.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
The flowing, this is text 8. That's in New York behind us.
That's text 8, by the way, and that's New York.
As in, we're in New York.
And the sun is hot.
The flowing rivers supplied all kinds of tastes, sweet, pungent, sour, and very big trees.
Hello.
Just
What's the deal, man?
and very big trees supplied fruit and honey in abundance. The cows, having eaten sufficient green grass, supplied profuse quantities of milk, curd, clarified butter, and similar other necessities. Purport. If rivers are not polluted and are allowed to flow in their own way, or sometimes allowed to flood the land will become very fertile and able to produce all kinds of vegetables, trees, and plants. The word rasa means taste. Actually, all rasas are tastes within the earth, and as soon as seeds are sown in the ground, various trees sprout up to satisfy our different tastes. For instance, sugarcane provides its juices to satisfy our taste for sweetness, and oranges provide their juices to satisfy our taste for a mixture of the sour and the sweet. Similarly, there are pineapples and other fruits. At the same time, there are chilies to satisfy our taste for pungency. Although the earth's ground is the same, different tastes arise due to different kinds of seeds. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam, I am the original seed of all existences. Therefore, all arrangements are there. And as stated in Ishopanishad, Purnam Idam, complete arrangements for the production of all the necessities of life are made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. People should therefore learn how to satisfy the Yagya Purusha, Lord of Vishnu. Indeed, the living entity's prime business is to satisfy the Lord, because the living entity is part and parcel of the Lord. Thus, the whole system is so arranged that the living entity must do his duty as he is constitutionally made. Without doing so, all living entities must suffer. That is the law of nature. It's interesting, because the normal fear factor amongst government propaganda is overpopulation, not enough food to go round, agriculture. But that's if we base our living on these temporary morons who think that they actually are in control of the country we live in. Not to get controversial.
Oh.
But there is actually a higher power that existed before you and will exist long after you. That, people don't think how old this planet Earth is. You didn't inherit it when you became the president, the prime minister, and then dictate how fields are harvested and how food is, produced. I mean, it's such arrogance, It's like, for me, Prabhupada is saying, trust the process. You know, there's Krishna and Mother Earth can provide for everyone. You just need to stop being greedy and wasteful and stop abusing the natural resources. It's not about there's too many people, because Krishna can provide for anyone. It's like, it's not a question of too many people and this, and it's sad because people are starving and they shouldn't be. And at the same time, we're currently in a country where there's a lot of waste, a lot of excess waste, unnecessary. So, yeah, it's very unfortunate.
I guess from what you just said, for me, the question would be, you just said God can provide for so many people, yet there are still people who are starving. So
Yeah.
why isn't he providing for them?
He is. I already answered that in the first part of my soliloquy,
Okay.
which is due to the mismanagement.
Excuse me.
I'll repeat it because he is noisy. Due to mismanagement. Like if you take these third world countries where they have regular, well maybe, I don't know if they do it so much now. When I was growing up, it was a regular thing, you know. I'm not naming the countries, but third world countries where, look at these starving kids, look at them malnourished. Their bellies are so big because they're malnourished, not because they've got too much food and they're dying, they're a little grain of rice. But when you get older and you dig deeper, you see that the governments, the prime ministers and their wives and their families, they live in palaces. They have extortionate amount of wealth and luxury, and they travel the world and they meet other world leaders and do deals. It just does not go down to the common man, woman and child. And so it's not that Krishna or God isn't providing, it's man.
Man is, yeah.
Yeah.
Great answer. Thank you for that. It's very powerful. So there's more to this purport. The words. What? Please, Krishna Kanaya. Sit back down. There it is. There's.
I don't know, but you need to get up.
Oh, it jumped again.
Yeah, it's on my chair.
Go away, silly thing.
Sorry.
Well, we haven't had
There
a.
he is.
Where?
Kill it.
Kill it. No, sit down. We're not going to kill it. Sit down.
He's coming. Anyway, continue reading.
Come and sit down. Sit down.
Please continue reading.
I can't continue reading. You can see a bit. Look at it. Okay, it was a funny little bug. It was black.
It's a spider. It's a flying spider.
It's a
and I
jumping
already
spider.
sent you that link from the flying spiders. Remember, I sent you the link.
Did you see any pictures of that
Yeah.
flying spider? Well, what did they look like?
That. Well, they were yellow and black. But
Yeah, it's not the same thing. Okay. This is. Where is he?
I can see it's there.
Where?
It's falling down the hole. No, it's come out again. There you go. Yep, it's coming.
What do you want to do?
Let's read.
Okay, I'm going to read. So, the word Tadavo Bodhi Farshmana indicate very luxuriantly grown, big-bodied trees. The purpose of these trees was to produce honey and varieties of fruit. In other words, the forest also has its purpose in supplying honey, fruits, and flowers. Unfortunately, in Kali Yuga, due to an absence of yajna, there are many big trees in the forest, but they do not supply sufficient fruits and honey. Thus, everything is dependent on the performance of yajna. The best way to perform yajna in this age is to spread the Sankirtan movement all over the world. We're here. So, yeah, interesting that this point is this word is highlighted. Tadavo Bodhi Varshmana. very luxuriantly grown, big-bodied trees, and that they produce honey and varieties of fruit. Often fruit trees are quite small, to be honest. Even jackfruit trees are surprisingly, at least my experience, small considering the size of the fruits that manifest on them. But yes, everything is dependent on the performance of yajna. So this goes back to the point. Of course, you went on one tangent, but the main point is that actually human beings are meant to perform yajna. We're meant to perform worship of the Lord and make offerings to the Lord. And when we do that, then everything becomes aligned, and everything sort of, then the earth produces more. I think the point is that, Bhava Bhakti's point was that the earth can already produce more. It's just mankind is busy being greedy. But I was also thinking how interesting this pastime, as we were starting to read it the other day, and I don't think I mentioned this, it really reminds me of the daksha pastime. And it seems that these kind of pastimes that bring out the worst in people all start with these yajnas where people are getting something. So then we talk about the fact that we're meant to be doing yajnas, but whenever these people do yajnas, it always seems to be some fruitive mentality is there.
It brings out lower natures in those who are not properly situated.
Would you like to purport that?
Isn't it?
Well, I don't
Indra,
know.
we've already read in the previous reading that Indra has envy. Every time there's some event, yajna, this and that, it's jealousy, it's envy. And then with Daksha, he was doing a big event, sacrifice, and then his envy and insecurity and jealousy was brought out because he was like, wait a minute, everyone, Lord Brahma, everyone bow down to me and pay me respect, except for that one,
Yeah.
We're truly humble and detached. And I was thinking we're going to go to a wedding today. It's going to be a yajna, it's a Vedic wedding, and I was thinking there will be people there that will be envious, maybe some women that are not married and looking and thinking, when will it be my day? And maybe men as well, I'm not just saying women, but or someone just maybe feeling a bit like, this is like this, the attention's like that, or this, whatever, in terms of the people that are coming, that it brings, so it's like, think, if yajna is Vishnu, then it's like you can't help but be purified and bring things up to the degree that we are not dhira, stable.
Yeah, so you're saying properly situated equals being dhira, which means equals not being disturbed. Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Nice point.
Because otherwise it's purifying, but those who are very solid,
Nishta, fixed,
then
properly situated.
you're not going to be rocked,
Not going to be what?
rocked about.
Rocked.
Everyone else may feel something, whatever that is. It's going to be a purifying event, Whether it's because you sat next to someone that you think, why are they sitting next to that person, or why they need to serve me enough paneer sabji?
Lord have mercy.
Like that. It's different degrees of purification.
Okay, number 9.
No, I think we would call it a day.
Calling it a day.
Yeah, we were going to do a short reading anyway.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much. The boss is smoking. Gotta go. Spiders are on the loose.
Yes,
In
flying
New York
ones,
City.
flying spiders.
All right. Take care, everyone. Hare Krishna. All glories to Prabhupada. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam. Ki Jai.